Okay, and welcome to Year 4's work packs for this week. So, our theme for this week is villains, and we are focusing on two books by the fantastic author Roald Dahl. The first book we're going to be looking at is Fantastic Mr. Fox. Okay, so I'm going to read this for you. I'm going to talk about the word choices that he's used and why I think he's used them, and then I'll let you have a chance to do the same later on in the video. Okay, so first chapter is called The Three Farmers. Down in the valley there were 3 farms. The owners of these farms had done well. So when it says the owners of these farms had done well, we know the owners are the people who own the farms and run them. They had done well. The phrase done well doesn't tell me maybe that, oh, they've done a good job, but they've done well out of maybe a situation or in life. And yes, they may have done well at their job, but it tells me a bit more than that. Maybe they had just inherited the farms and hadn't done all the work themselves, but they'd done well for themselves. They were rich men. So the word rich tells me that they have money. So they may have done well for themselves in the fact that they had a lot of money. They were also nasty men. So I don't know why at the moment, but nasty men does not sit well with me. It doesn't sound good. I'm going to really think, why could they be nasty men? What could they be up to? Just have a little look at this picture. They don't look the nicest of people, do they? All 3 of them were about as nasty and mean as any men you could meet. Their names were Farmer Boggis, Farmer Bunce, and Farmer Bean. Very interesting names there for our farmers. Okay, Boggis was a chicken farmer. He kept thousands of chickens. He was enormously fat. So he wasn't just fat, he was enormously fat. So especially if you have a look at this picture here, I'm pretty sure we all know what enormously fat means. This was because he ate 3 boiled chickens smothered with dumplings every day for breakfast, lunch and supper. So something smothered with dumplings. It's not just covered. It is so covered you can't see anything else. You probably couldn't see any of those chickens because they were smothered with so many dumplings. And if I look here, I can see lots of dumplings on this plate covering his chicken. Bunce was a duck and goose farmer. He kept thousands of ducks and geese. He was a kind of pot-bellied dwarf. That's an interesting one. Pot-bellied dwarf. So you've got 2 parts of that, pot-bellied and dwarf. And I'm sure a lot of us would know what a dwarf means. I'm sure if you have a look at the picture here, but pot-bellied, maybe you could have a think what that word means to you. He was so short, his chin would have been underwater in the shallow end of any swimming pool in the world. Now, I think that is a brilliant line. Just that imagery of, you can imagine him standing in the shallow end of any swimming pool and his chin would be under the water. So he was that small. His food was donuts and goose livers. He mashed the livers into a disgusting paste. So not just a paste, but a really disgusting paste. And then stuffed the paste into the donuts. This diet gave him a tummy ache and a beastly temper. So I want you to have a think of the word diet. So it doesn't mean that what you do and what you eat to lose weight, but a diet is the things that you eat. And this diet, the things that he ate, gave him tummy ache and a beastly temper. Oh dear. Bean was a turkey and apple farmer. He kept thousands of turkeys in an orchard full of apple trees. He never ate any food at all. Instead, he drank gallons of strong cider, which he made from the apples in his orchard. He was as thin as a pencil and the cleverest of them all. I do enjoy that. He was as thin as a pencil. So have a look at how thin he is. There you go. There's my pencil. He was as thin as a pencil. I'm guessing that was because he never ate any food. Boggis, Bunce and Bean, one fat, one short, one lean. These horrible crooks, so different in looks, were none the less equally mean. This is what the children round about used to sing when they saw them. So some good rhyming words in here, but I'm not going to pick them out for you because that is one of your questions this week. Think about the word lean. So this is Bean, and he's quite lean. So that means there's not much fat on him at all. Okay, so I hope you've been thinking about some of the words and phrases that I've told you to think about, and some of the things I've talked about will probably come up in your questions. So good luck answering your questions, boys and girls.